Thank you, Claire. Let's give her a little round of applause again. Woo! So how impressive was that? So exciting to be part of a team that's working on these solutions to help our customers deliver amazing digital experience to their customers. Hi there, my name is Jennifer Arguello, and I'm a senior product manager here at Netlify. And I'm thrilled to be here today to share even more of the Netlify vision with you and how we are helping businesses of all sizes go composable. So the next piece of the Netlify composable web platform that I'm going to share with you today is Netlify Connect. You may already be familiar with Netlify Connect because we announced it earlier this year, but we have even more exciting announcements to show off and how we're helping our clients unlock the benefits of the composable web. Netlify Connect, if you didn't know, was a data unification layer powered by a GraphQL API that gives enterprises the freedom to unify all their data sources and modernize web architectures how they want at their own speed. Traditional architectures, it's a tale as old as time. Companies start with maybe one data source, but as their applications evolve over time, solutions start entering into your architecture. And things get even more complicated for these systems because the tribal knowledge ebbs and flows within your company. And having a data source in your architecture is just one part of the problem because you need to be able to get it into your application code. And this can complicate things, because a lot of times a data source can have its own API, its own documentation, and its own version control. And all of this requires oversight and management by the developers who are working on this. And it takes away some of your most valuable resource. And what's that? Your time. I'd say sanity is a close second to that, to a valuable resource. But yes, so without a unifying data layer, companies are forced to pay more for hosting and operating these disparate data sources. You need something to connect these pieces together. And Netlify Connect is a content orchestration system that fetches all the necessary data from a source, caches it in a high-performance database, and provides one single unified API for data access. So now that I talked about traditional architectures, let's take a look at Netlify Connect.
Welcome to Netlify Connect, a data unification layer that improves website and app performance by connecting all data sources, hosting all content at the edge, and delivering best-in-class digital experiences. Connect unlocks the benefits of modern web architecture by connecting to all your existing content sources and giving enterprises the freedom to migrate and update their web stacks their way. Let's see how it works. First, you can easily access the Connect UI from the sidebar in your Netlify dashboard. Next is creating a new data layer and syncing the first of your content sources. As you can see, it's quick and easy to select from multiple content sources to connect and begin syncing all data from that source to Netlify Connect. Connect also allows you to link Netlify sites or external webhooks to your data layer, so whenever Connect updates, the sites that depend on that data can fetch it and rebuild if needed. It's worth noting that while the very first time you set up a Connect API, it will take a few minutes to provision all the needed resources, subsequent changes to your CMS data will be fetched and updated incrementally, making the time between publish and live on the web shrink to seconds. Once data is synced, we can write our first query in the GraphQL sandbox for our data layer by selecting fields we want to query from our various content types. Our contentful space from step 1 has a thing content type with some entries, so let's select that type and query the title and slug fields. We can then test our query by clicking the play icon to see our CMS data being returned by Connect. Once we know we have the data we want, we can copy and paste the query directly from the sandbox into our front-end code's GraphQL client. To make sure Connect always has the most up-to-date content from your sources, we expose a webhook that can be copied and pasted into each source's publishing workflows, ensuring Connect knows when content has changed and can update accordingly. If your CMS allows it, we'll automatically add the proper webhook and content workflow to ensure Connect is always up to date. With your data layer spun up, you're off to the races. Netlify Connect caches all content from your sources in a consistent, always available GraphQL API that can be used across all your different front ends. By creating multiple data layers and content delivery redundancy, Netlify Connect gives you the freedom to begin migrating pieces or components of your existing tech stack to a modern, flexible architecture any way you choose. Also, all content hosted on Netlify High Performance Edge is available for immediate recall globally, helping you scale all your web properties across all regions and languages simultaneously. This is the future of the modern web. Migrate and update your web your way to create a scalable, agile web stack. Netlify Connect is the answer to transforming from restrictive legacy architecture to a future that empowers all enterprises to build and launch websites and campaigns faster, increase online conversion and revenue, while reducing costs and migrating risk. Get in touch at netlify.com and see Netlify Connect in action.
So how cool was that? Within a few minutes, we're able to create a data layer, connect our data source, create a webhook, and then push all that data to a front-end website. It's simple, it's easy, it's intuitive. So today, I'm going to take you on a journey with me. I'm going to tell you the story of one company that came to Netlify looking for help. They were struggling with far too many content sources powering a large number of websites around the world. And then their development team was struggling. And they couldn't even make the smallest of changes. Their workflow was a hot mess. And their resources were very much constrained. So they needed a solution. They needed it fast. They needed it yesterday. And they had done their research. They had learned about the composable web. They employed even some of the smartest engineers from around the world, yet they still realized that they desperately needed to modernize and simplify their current architecture so that they could meet the needs of their users today in 2023. So to give you a little more detail, this company had 20 data sources that were around 250 sites in the world. And the majority of these data sources were coming from multiple legacy CMS systems with many custom solutions that had accumulated years of updates and changes, which resulted in a very complex web. The business needed a way to start migrating pieces of the web architecture in a thoughtful way, in a way that would match their budget and available resources and allow them to be fast, because some of these data sources were going to be end-of-lifed. And as luck would have it, when they asked if Netlify could help, you know what we said? Hell yeah, let's go. So we got on task, and while we didn't have all the out-of-box integrations that they needed for all their 20 data sources, we were able to work side by side with their web team. And we helped them create a plan to help them aggregate all the data sources so they could go composable. So enter Netlify Connect. By collaborating together and bringing what we had out of the box, we were able to get started. And then we realized we had a lot more work to do to get the rest of the 20 data sources aggregated together. And some of these data sources were Microsoft Excel, AWS S3 buckets, and their homegrown CMSs. So what's been going on? Over the past few months, we've made incredible progress. And this company is now on a solid pathway to achieving their goal. How did we do this? Today, their Netlify Connect is running in production with Drupal and Contentful, all aggregated together. And the teams are working collaboratively to build the next set of custom integrations, leveraging the Netlify SDK that Claire had mentioned a little bit ago. And we've not only been able to help this organization make giant leaps towards going composable, but also in this project, we've been building Netlify Connect integrations to help them unify all 20 data sources. So they've not been stuck at any point. Also, it's been incredible that this collaboration and dedication to make composable a reality was not only something that would benefit just this customer, but it would help incredibly benefit our Netlify partners and our internal Netlify teams. Sounds like a win-win to me. And it's been an amazing example of teamwork, working together to achieve one common goal. And until today, this hadn't been possible. We're helping customers with their homegrown data sources get into 2024 and beyond with all the leading CMS providers who are also helping drive the transformation to the composable web. I mentioned ease before, and that was brought on because we have some out-of-the-box connectors that we've shipped. Here you see Shopify, Contentful, WordPress, and Drupal. And it's my pleasure, and I'm excited to announce that today we've added Sanity, Content Stack, Storyblock, and Agility to our out-of-the-box Netlify Connect integrations. It's available, they are available for all our customers that are part of Netlify, using Netlify Connect. And the technology that powers these integrations is the Netlify SDK. Speaking of the SDK, if you missed the launch last month, it is the next step in enterprise development to streamline the process of customizing concepts going from idea to live production at a quick and scalable pace. If a Netlify product doesn't support your needs out of the box, new integrations can be built with the Netlify SDK. It standardizes and streamlines your end user's experience with integrations and the developer experience for building them. And by using the Netlify SDK, shipping times are sped up tremendously by not having to start from scratch. And with the power of the SDK, here are some examples of what you can do. You can run custom logic that fits your needs. You can build customized UI that goes right into the Netlify app. And then you can build connectors, which are those Netlify Connect integrations that I talked about. So it's one SDK to extend many facets of your application. And as the next evolution of the Netlify SDK, I am thrilled to announce that now we're giving all Netlify customers the ability to build private integrations, which puts the power back into the hands of the developers to create their own integrations on not just on Netlify Connect, but on all of Netlify Composable Web Platform. So I can't wait to see, yes. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. These innovations are helping businesses to chart a path to composable that was not, that had not existed before. Great. So with the addition of private integrations, you might be asking, what are some of the use cases here? Well, you can enforce security requirements in your pre-production environments so that they match your production environments. You can build, you can share secrets and have it in one centralized place. And if your sites are not working properly, you can build an integration that would upload source maps to your vendors so you can help debug what's going on. And this can vastly reduce the support time to fix these defects. Great, well, thank you so much for allowing me the time to share one story of how we helped a customer on their journey to composable using Netlify Connect. But the fun doesn't stop here, just my storytelling. But we're only partway there, and so without further ado, I'm honored to bring up Dan Barak to tell you more about exciting news here at Netlify today.